doing today is this. We are graphing one last time, but instead of being in the little parentheses form, they're going to be in a slightly different form. So I would like you to start on problem number 7. We're going down to problem number 7. And what we're going to do tonight, instead of graphing it where it's all in the nice parentheses, we are going to graph it in this formula. And I'm going to show you what it looks like. Oh, I can't do that on here if I'm taping. Hi, sick people. Let's try this. So here's what I want you to write on top of problem 7. I want you to write y equals, and this is problem number 1. That was supposed to be our starter, is that we factored number 1, and then we're going to graph it. So we're going to do it in one step. So here's what I want you to write down right here. Y equals x to the third plus 3x squared, oh, come on, minus 4x. And we're going to leave the 0 off because we're graphing it. So we have been doing parentheses all week, and it's pretty easy. That's called factored form. But today, we're going to be doing it in this form. And guess what? We don't know how to do that. So you know what we do? We change it to factored form. That's all we do. Well, it's like, well, screw that. I'm not going to do it like that. I'm going to do the form I like. So all we're doing is putting together what we did last week, which was writing this in the parentheses, and then we're putting it on the graph. Does that make sense? So it's super not hard. It's just putting last week and this week together to make a baby. Okay? So the first thing that we have to do is we have to say to ourselves, I don't like it written out that way. So I am going to factor it and put it in the parentheses. So remember what we would do is we would say to ourselves, first thing is, can I take out any x's before I start? Yeah, I can, because they all have an x to give. He's got 3 of them. He's got 2 of them. He's got 1 of them. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pull out an x. And what I'm left with is x squared plus 3x minus 4. What is going on with the board today? Now I'm going to say, oh, this guy I totally know how to do. He's a 3-parter. That's just x factoring. So with your neighbors, can you really quickly, can you x factor this guy for me really quick? What is happening, board? I'm going to give you a quick reminder, if you're a little stumped on this, it is factors of -4 that make 3. 2 numbers that multiply to be 4, but when we subtract them, they're going to make 3. So I think that's like 4 and 1. Does that make sense? 4 and -1. Does that seem right? Yeah? So here's what I want you to write on the little frame. Are you ready? The only thing that's new from tonight, from last night, is it didn't start that way, but now we're going to write it as x. Wow, I hate when the board's being weird. That's supposed to be an x. X plus 4. X minus 1. Are we okay with that? Yeah? And now, we're going to do it just like we've been doing it. And now it's super easy. So the next thing we're going to do is count our degrees. And I'm going to show you a super cool thing. One, you could do it like we've been doing. Just count your x's. 1, 2, 3. 3rd degree. A shortcut way is to go over to this guy and find your biggest exponent. Do you see how it's a 3? You could just steal that. Either way works, right? So if you're happy sticking with what we've been doing, that's cool. But if you say, hey, I just take the biggest exponent, that's cool too. Okay, so here we go. The shape of this is just going to be a nice lightning bolt. The end behavior is start low and go high. And my roots are going to be 0, -4, because my board is being really finicky, and +1. So can you please throw that on your graph right now for me? And we are literally putting everything we've done this chapter in one pretty problem. Starting low, going high. Here we go. Choo, choo, choo. Ooh, I kind of almost missed right there. Does yours look like mine? Do you feel okay on that? Yeah? Okay. So let's try another one. Let's step up our game just a tiny bit. Here we go. We're going to try another one. I'm going to give you the problem that we're going to do. It is problem, we're going to skip number, let's do number, do I want to skip number 2? Actually, let's do problem number 3. I like problem number, do I want to do that? Yeah. We're going to do problem number 3. Are you guys ready? So I'm going to write it up here. You're going to write this right above. So y equals, here we go, y equals x to the third minus 10x squared plus 25x. Okay. So here's what we're going to do, and I'm going to walk around and help people who need it. First thing you're going to do is we need to factor this guy. We need to put him in his little parenthesis way, right? So take out an x and then factor this baby. Can you try that on your own, right? So take out the x first, set it out to the front. You're going to get a 3-parter, and then go ahead and factor it. Go ahead and go do that right now. I'll give you a little hint. X comes out, x squared minus 10x. It's right over there, plus 25. Factors of 25 that make negative 10. Did you get negative 5 and negative 5? Yep. Okay, I love this one. Okay, so this one's a little weird, but it's cool. So here's what I get. If I factor it, it's going to be x minus 5, and x minus 5. Did I lose anybody there? I got 2x minus 5s. That means I'm going to get 5 and 5 as 2 of the same answers. What does that mean when I graph it? What will it be right there? What am I going to do on my graph? Is it going to be weird or just drive right through town? Bounce. It's going to bounce. It's going to bounce, right? Because I got 2 of the same answers. So you got to watch for that, even though it doesn't look super obvious. This is to the 3rd degree. Its shape is this. That is my stupid board, and it's just making me crazy. Sometimes I really need to turn it off and turn it on, but I'm not going to. The shape looks like this. End behavior is down and up. And my roots are 0 and 5 and 5 again. Can you graph that? Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Really nice. I put this on here. It totally helps me. Oh, did you put it in negative? Sorry. It's going to come out as, so this is going to be negative. So it's going to come out as positive 5. Right? It comes out opposite. So I got a dot here, and I got a dot here, but that's going to be my bounce. So you know what I'm going to do real quick? I'm going to move this dude over. Come over here, little dude. I'm going to move him over a little bit, because he was way the heck over there. So here we go. He drives through town, he turns around, and he bounces out. How does yours look? Yours look like mine? Are we okay? We're going to do 2 more maybe, and I'm going to give you an option. Now, I want you to look at this one. You have an option for the next problem. What will be required on the test is a problem like number 4. I'm going to write it up here for you. Y equals x to the 5th minus, really bored? Really. Minus 2x to the 4th, and I made a mistake on this, so write minus 8x to the 3rd. That would be on the test. But for my kids heading to pre-calc next year, I would like you to try number 5, right? If you think you're heading to pre-calc, I would like you to try number 5. It's got a negative in the front, so you have to factor out that negative first, right? So if you're just heading to stat next year, do this one. Here's a hint. Take out 3x's before you start. and then it's nice and easy. But if you're heading to pre-calc next year, she's going to need you to be able to factor out a negative. Does that make sense? Will I test on that on Monday? No. But for my friends, I really start to have to differentiate for the rest of the semester, making certain my friends who are heading to pre-calc are ready, right? So if you're heading to pre-calc, try doing equation number 5 on one more graph, and if you're heading just to stat, do this one. Does that make sense? And I'm gonna do this one, and I'll come around and talk to people who are doing number 5 if you want me to look at it and see if you did okay, right? So if you're going to pre-calc, you gotta push yourself a little bit. And so here's what. You see how we took that negative out in the beginning? What's that going to do? Oh, you did it. You started high come on. Never mind. I'm leaving you alone now. Smart girl. I was looking at it upside down. You guys got an answer you like? Are you sharing it with a neighbor? Yeah. So we're starting high, going low, beautiful. I'm going to pull out, I don't have to pull anything out. It's 1x, and it's going to be factors of 4 that make negative 5. So it's going to be negative 4 and negative 1. Beautiful, beautiful, perfect. That's exactly what beautiful. So only thing you want to check on this one, I think it's factors of, so when I take out the negative, the signs change. Does that make sense? So that's perfect. Factors of 4 that make negative 5 are going to be negative 4 and negative 1. So when I pull them out, they become opposite. They'll become positive 4 and positive. Does that make sense? So you just flipped your sign. So this should have been negative 4, negative 1 to make negative 5. Does that make sense? And then when you pull them out, they switch again. Yeah. The negatives, to be honest, that's why I don't put that one on there. The negatives get pretty funky, yeah? Okay, here we go on this last one. This one's got a wiggle on it, yeah? Did you get a wiggle on this, baby? So here's what I know. I'm going to take out 3 x's before I start. And I'm left with x squared minus 2x minus 8. And if I do my little x factoring, it's going to say factors of negative 8 that make negative 2 are going to be, I'm sorry, negative 8, not 6. Ah, I'm just bored. It's going to be negative 4 and positive 2. Is that right? So x to the third. X minus 4. X plus 2. I'm giving up in a minute. I'm going to go straight to it because I'm getting frustrated with the stupid board. 0, 0, 0. It's like a little snowman. 4 and negative 2. So it's going to start down low, end up high. I'm going to hit here. I hate you board right now. Here and here. And it should go like this. Choo, flat. Choo. Yeah. So that was on. Okay, we're almost wrapping up. We're flipping over. The next ones are super, super easy, right? So real quick for my friends heading to pre-calc again. We're going to do these in a pretty easy way where we just go backwards and put them into parentheses. If you are in pre-calc, the pre-calc teachers will make you do that and then claw it out. Are we going to claw it out this year? No. But you got to know that that's coming. So here we go. Really, really easy. We're going to write the equation here. And it's super, super, super easy to do. I'm going to show you. You're going to be like, oh my God, I love these ones. So let's take a look at this one. Here's all we do is we go backwards. And we say, okay, I've got some answers. That's an answer. That's an answer. That's an answer. Right? So I'm just going to be really careful. I'm going to say, oh, that's going to be, remember our answer's going backwards. X plus 3 and x minus 1 and x plus, minus 4. Is that easy? Is that super easy? So I would like you to try the next one all on your own. Can you please write me the equation of that bad boy? Nice and easy. Yes. Beautiful, beautiful. And you switched them. That was perfect. Now, I want to give you a little hint on this one. When we have 0 as an answer, he's a certain thing, and we almost always put him in the front, right? So watch for that guy, yeah? So the answer on this one, and if you're like, really, Miss T, this is super easy. I know I've got 0 as an answer, so I'm going to make sure I deal with him really early, right? So here's what I got. I'm going to put that X on there, right? Because that's my 0. And then I know I'm going to have the other ones. I don't care the order. I go smallest. I just go in order that I hit them. But you can do whatever you want to do. Just do me a favor. God almighty. Make sure you put that X in the front. Huh. Easy? Yeah? Okay. We're going to do 2 more and then I'm shutting up. I would like you to, let's see which one I want to do. I would like you to not do this. Now, let's do this one. Let's do this one. I love this one. There is a trick on this one. And I want you to watch for the trick, right? We'll skip the next one. If you want to do the next one, you can. But I need you to watch for the trick on this one. This is where I get kids.
Which one?
This one right here. There's a trick on this one. Beautiful, beautiful. That's what I'm looking for. That is what I'm looking for. Did you see the trick? Did I catch you? Did you do this because you thought you were a genius and you went, I'm just giving up. Hold on. Did you go X plus 2 and then X minus 2 and then X minus 3 and you thought you were genius and you thought you got 100%? And why would I mark something wrong on this? It's got that damn negative. Yep, awesome. That was so good. That was so good. Right? Just watch for those. Watch for those. Last one, best one. If you could do this one, you got this. I love this one. It's got a little bouncing. It's got a little bit of wiggling. It's got some negative stuff going on there. It's got the whole thing. I love this one. I love this one. They go outside the premise. Beautiful, beautiful, lovely, lovely, lovely. You guys got this. And that's polynomials. This wraps us up today. Tomorrow we do a little bit of an activity. We do a practice test, and we take our test on Monday. Like I said, I both love and hate grading this test. I get A's and F's largely. People get it or they're lost, which is always sad for me. Okay, let's see. Oh God, stop. Okay, taping people. I'm not going to tape anymore because it's bugging me. Bye, sick friends. Do it on your own.